General agricultural insurance for now, the main agency of government which is concerned with the risk management in agriculture. Advantage. But in our own case, you find that it is normally mixed, different kinds of crops and so on. And the requirements may not be the same. So there is need to look at it. Well, we have, of course, plantations. If you work like where we have rubber plantations, those ones now we can use the weather index. And it is important also the government now puts these things in place, the weather stations, where this will be monitored, and it will be over a number of years. It's very interesting to see the professor showed us what happened about 100 years ago. You were before the peril. If it is a flood, okay, what do you put in terms of input, this one, that one, before the disaster occurs? In that case, you will be compensated so that you start all over again. But I think we need to go beyond that. Like, if right now we are compiling what we call estimated production cost for each, for the various geopolitical zones, so that we can have an idea. If this loss hadn't occurred, there was no drought, and the farmer was able to produce up to the up to conclusion, how much would that thing cost or fetch? So there should be like a guaranteed price for the commodities that are produced by these farmers. The commodity boards and so on are very important, because in the United States, like you mentioned the case of fraud, whether they are compensated automatically if the rainfall is below a certain level. They know that the crops will not make it, so the farmer automatically gets compensated. So I think we have a lot of work to do, but we are doing all we can within the available resources that we have. What we have in place now is that the farmer pays just 50% of the premium due on whatever, on the commodity that he wants to insure. Pays 50%. The balance of 50% is the subsidy, where the federal government and the state government, where the farm is domiciled, is located, the federal government will pay 37.5%. The balance is paid by the state government where the farm is located. But we just don't leave it at that. Like I said, we go and train the farmers. We have experts, animal scientists, agronomists, those who read agricultural science, veterinary doctors, and professional insurers, who now work in conjunction with the extension workers in the states to train the farmers on best farming practices. If it is possible, there is a certain percentage that is sure to go. And from there we take over. There are guidelines for them to report immediately with pictures if possible, and they are compensated so that they go back to their business. So our biggest problem is that this subsidy is not always forthcoming from the states and the federal government. We were in Oshun on a sensitization workshop where we had a meeting with farmer associations in Oshun State recently. And one of the questions asked by one of the farmers is that what happens if he pays the 50% premium and the government, the federal and the state government, do not pay their own share of the premium? Will he still be entitled to a claim? So the fact of the matter is that we still pay, whether the federal government pays or not, whether the state government pays or not. If there is a genuine claim which we have verified, we pay. Then we now follow up we continue following up with the state government to pay. And there was a time